Alright ladies, so today we're going to be talking about how to make the man make the first move and how to make him chase without risking rejection. You see, um, this is all based on how to let the guy come to you, right, without you putting yourself at risk of getting rejected, because it happens often. Alright, so the first analogy I'm going to be using is kind of like a bull, right? If you see a bull in the wild, don't go at him, because bulls are very aggressive. Like, they have a lot of energy, and that might seem like a strength, but in reality that's a weakness, because you can use their aggression against them if you just give him a target. Like, literally give the bull a target, and he's going to focus all of his energy on that target. So it's the same thing, is that when a guy's like overly cocky, overly confident, don't use too much aggression against him. Let him come to you. Bait him like you're baiting a bull, and once he attacks, you move away, right? Because when you're allowing a bull to come to you, you're letting him lose his energy. You see, you're tiring him out, so that when it's time for you to attack, use his tactics, he's already tired, he's already weak, he's already desiring you. See what I'm saying? So you're exhausting him, you're making him work. And this is how we're going to be doing it through this video. You're going to learn some of these tactics, and they're different from what I taught. Okay, so you guys are going to like this. Again, for those who don't know, I'm doing one-on-one coaching. I have a program called Coach in a Pocket, where you could contact me where you could almost have me on demand. Like, if you have a problem with a guy, and we talked about what to do, and then you need a little bit more elaboration or something came up, you can easily contact me, and I'll give you the answers right away. It's a cool program, so if you guys are interested in it, just go to the link below. I'm gonna have it in the description. It's called Coach in a Pocket. So how do we use this? You first have to find out what your enemy is strong in. Alright, find out his strengths. Alright, for example, if his strengths are what he relies in to get validation. For example, if a guy has money and he derives his sense of self from money, then the way he manipulates you is through money. You see? So you use his money against him by saying no to his money, by not allowing him to give you whatever he deems as validation, the means to validation. You see? So if a guy's used to giving you money, all you have to do is say no to the money. Alright? Said no whenever, right? But when you do that, he's gonna feel helpless. And when you say no to the money, he's gonna find other ways to find validation. And that's how you make him weak, because you're starving him for validation. So for example, applying it to dating is simple. You neutralize him by doing that, alright? So you get the man weak, get him wanting you, alright? You don't open up, okay? And then you say I love you when you know that he felt that he lost you. You see, for example, like, the best time to say I love you to a guy is to say it when he feels like he's losing you. You see? Because that's the moment when he's actually needing that validation. Like, he felt that he lost you, so now he'll take anything. You see? So and we're gonna be using, and I'm gonna teach you how to do this through the tactics on this video. Alright? So realize that people, men in general, are impatient by nature. It's our aggression. Alright? So use a guy's impatience and eagerness against him. In war, it requires more effort to conquer a land than to hold it. You see? It requires more effort to attack than to defend. For the most part, when a person attacks, they're in a place of weakness. They show their cards. So anytime you put them on the defensive with a counter, like not responding to his non-response or a preemptive breakup, you see, then it'll make him feel uncomfortable, because they're usually on the attack. They're usually the one making you chase. But now you getting on the defensive by being reactive through the tactics I'm going to be using. So if you want him to give you more, bring it out in him. You see, if you want your customers to spend more money on you, make them need something. You see? So if you want your enemy to lose energy or attack him, find out what pisses him off and do it, so that he can use that energy towards that. You see? For example, okay, let me not get ahead of myself. We're building up to a climax, okay? So the way to do this is bait the enemy into making the first move. Remember, because you want him to be on the attack and you want to be on the defensive. You don't want to make the first move. You want him to make the first move. You bait him by feigning weakness. You see, an easy target is hard to resist. This strategy has been done as one of the best strategies in war. It's subtle, deceptive, and it always puts you on the side of strength. For example, a lot of prostitutes, what do? When they go into a bar, they sit down alone. And guys see them and they say, easy target. You see, if a woman was smart, she'll use that as a way to manipulate guys. You know, like, yeah, come here to me, boy, come here to me. And the guy's like, yeah, easy target. You see, and the easy target can be seen as being receptive to him, acting like you have no barriers, acting like you fell in love with him. So now he's like, oh, I have this girl, now I could do whatever I want with her. You see? So then what's gonna happen? Because he knows he can do whatever you want with you, then he attacks, and now you take a step back. You see? And you counter by being unreceptive to his attacks. He thought he was certain that he was gonna get a reaction from you, but now you threw him off. Alright? So the fundamentals of baiting and countering, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to bait and then counter. Alright, so these are the fundamentals. Okay, so the bait is the weakness and the counter is the barrier. Alright, for example, you bait as though you want to kiss him, right? You show interest, you fix yourself up, right? You baited him, right? And then he goes for the move, offensive, because he's still like easy target. Then you counter. Ooh, what are you doing, boy? You can't kiss me. You see what I'm saying? Counter. Whoa, what are you doing? Now he's like, oh shit, he's hurt. That's a counter, all right? So these are some counters you could do. Never be the first in nicknames. For example, don't call him babe. Make him be the one that first gives you a nickname. All right, don't call him babe, don't call him anything. Make him be the first one who gives you a nickname. Never be the first to kiss. Let him do it by insinuating that you like it. You know, for example, you say, for example, like, the way you bait him is like saying, because never go for the kiss, never give him nicknames. But the way you bait him is like this. You say, man, I love when guys give me nicknames. I just find it so hot. You see? Or like saying, I love when guys go for the first kiss. I find that so hot. What's gonna happen in his mind? Like, oh, okay. Hey, babe. They're like, oh, what are you doing? No, don't call me babe. I don't let people call me babe. Only real close people who call me that. Only when we have a good relationship, you call me that. You see? And now, since you know he wants to call you that, now you can bring it up any other time you want. Now you have the power. Now you know what he wants because you baited him. All right? And then set the barrier by denying him, but now you know. That's pretty much what I said. You see? You let him show his cards by being on defensive, being weak, and then once he shows his cards, you counter him through setting that barrier. It's kind of like police things, like where they set up crimes for people to commit. They leave an open car, the people look around like, well, man, this looks too easy. They get in the car and the police come. Like that, you baiting him, you see? Let him be the first one to say I love you, stuff like that. Rile him up emotionally, but don't release it. Let him make the first move, all right? So it's essentially like looking him at his eyes, right? Teasing him, right? Like saying, oh, I cannot wait to hang out with you. I cannot wait to hang out with you. I cannot wait to hang out with you, right? But right when he says, let's hang out, you said, not yet. Not yet. Like you said, actually don't do it. That's actually horrible. That's not a good way to do it. Okay, so this is some passive aggressive strategy for baiting, all right? So this is done through mirroring them and becoming them and suddenly shifting. All right. I can imagine if you did this to me. I see you. Okay. For example, like you. For example, perfect example. Let's say you're a big fan of my channel, right? And you're like, oh my God, I love your channel. I can't wait to watch your videos, right? And then I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Like you seem like you love my channel, but then suddenly you always comment on my videos, and I'm like, you know what, she's always commenting on my videos, right? And I take it for granted. But then a week later, I'm like, you know what, I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't seen her commenting in a while. Because sometimes the person is so prevalent, even though it's annoying, you notice. You see? So because you notice them, you notice when they're gone. So let's say that I see you commenting on my channel, and suddenly you stop commenting. Then I go on Matthew Hussey's blog, on his videos, and then I see you there. You're like, you're the best coach ever. And I'm like, oh, fuck you. You know? And so I'm, I see you commenting. I'm like, hey, so what are you doing here? You know, like you comment on his blog. He's like, oh my God, Matthew, you're so cute. And then we're like, what are you doing here? And Matthew's like, hey mate, leave it alone. Like we stopped that. But the point is that you initially make me take you for granted, right? I'm like, oh yeah, she likes me. She's becoming me. She's looking at all my videos. She's liking all my videos. And then suddenly you stop. You know, and then I'm like, what the hell happened? And then I look at your channel. I'm like, where is she going to? And then I see you commenting on Matthew's blog. You see, that's gonna make me jealous. You see, that's gonna make me chase. It's a subtle way. Okay. But this will lower the defensives. If you do this, it'll work for your next attack or for your counter. You know, once they like you, then pull away and make them wait for your text and to see you. Reduce the frequency, and he'll go apeshit. All right. So once you give him a lot of attention, all right, and you know you show him that you like him, and then you back off, right? When you back off, he's gonna go towards you. You see, and when he goes towards you, you set the barrier. Like, oh, whoa, relax. Like, you see, like the little barrier is what makes him like. He's like, please give me something. You're like, wait. You see, like he's aggressive. And so if he's here and he wants to go here, and you know he wants to go here, so all you gotta do is just say, you know what, okay, come, and he'll go there. You see, you baiting him, you're riling him up, and you're baiting him. All right, so the reason why this tactic works so well is because as humans, we find it hard to wait. You see, for example, it's a good way to do it is setting up the date a week in advance. You see, for example, like saying, oh, I cannot wait to hang out. Let's hang out next week, or let's hang out in a week and a half. All right, and throughout the whole week of waiting for the date, you text him, I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to see you. And so what you're doing here is you're riling up desire, but with a barrier. There, you see. And so there's nothing he can do but to desire you more. Because the only way he can do this is just imagine. And that's how this tactic works. It's a very simple way to do it. And so patience is a virtue that most people haven't developed, especially men. Especially when they're horny as fuck, right? It causes people to limit their options and make hasty decisions without thinking. The advantage of patience is that it puts you in good positions to attack. Most people don't wait for the right moment. You, on the other hand, you wait. You see, you're patient. You know, you don't think reactively, you think proactively, right? You wait, and when the moment comes, you're already prepared because you were thinking about it. You see? So for example, if you notice the relationship is dying, rather than waiting for it to die, you take action right when you see the first sign. So you do kind of like a preemptive breakup. You break up temporarily. The breakup makes them feel the heartbreak, and it causes them to desire you more. You see? Like, you gotta think ahead. Alright? So when you develop patience, you have more options. You see, that's the thing, is that developing patience in this sense is long-term thinking. Not just thinking over the next year, oh, I'm getting older. No, think long-term. Everything, think long-term. Alright? Because if you don't, things that are not that complicated become complicated. You see? So, and this is the beauty of that. You think long-term, and rather than fighting little wars, like bad little relationships, staying in bad relationships because you're thinking short-term, you want the guy, and you're not thinking long-term, you fight these little wars that aren't necessary. You stay in relationships that you're just supposed to leave. You see? And you wait for the big one. Okay, so you stay in the relationship because out of fear of losing, because you think you're not going to get another one. You see? And that's a problem, all right? And that's what's going to sabotage you from using these tactics the right way. So the key to all of this, okay, pretty much for it to work, is you have to develop presence of mind and remain calm as your opponent attacks. You see? So when the guy is being aggressive, when you're baiting him, he's being aggressive, you can't give in. You see, like he's acting like he's not texting you, he's acting like he's not gonna text you back. You gotta remain calm. You gotta learn to be calm in the midst of chaos. Alright, so this is how you do it. You focus on your breath and you remain present. Rather than you bringing your attention to your brain, because that's what happens. You feel nervous and what happens? You focus on your brain. Rather than that, you focus on the breath. You see, so your mind, what's gonna happen? Why hasn't he texted me? It's not gonna have the energy to think, because you're focusing on the breath, and the breath can't think. You see, so you can remain more calm. Another one is practicing meditation. You see, it'll keep you calm. All right, and another one is see their inner child. All right, so when they get aggressive, rather than getting aggressive back, like attacking back, you in a way relax. That's what you do. You relax, and you don't attack back. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like when you're dealing with barbarians, don't get intimidated by their facade. They're actually very weak. Like when you're dealing with a guy that's trying to act confident, he's actually very weak. Look for the emotions that gets them angry, and show them some weakness. A weakness that they can easily like externalize their anger, and then you counter. You know, and that's how you do it. You know, it's very simple. What else? I think that's it. Because like, yo, like if you don't know what the guy likes, like what he wants, and you don't show it through weakness, he's not gonna come. You know, that's how you do it. Anyways, this is Alex from MyFireTracks.org. Goodbye.